welcome back to the channel. It is myself, Dakota, and Ray today in the shop. We'll try to get a few more things done. We're going to get the gear put in. I already mounted today a new rear end oil fill can and hose, so we'll show you that here in a minute. But yeah, we had another sponsor come on since this last video, so I don't want to tell any details of that yet, but we are finally picking up some sponsors for the first time in 3 years, so that's a good thing. But I want to thank everybody who's been watching the videos. The views are really picking up here lately, so hopefully we can keep that going. Just remember to like and share that to anybody that you know may like racing and racing content. See if we can get the subscribers and views up on the YouTube channel. But I'm going to grab the camera from Ray here real quick. So the other night we did get this motor in the hole. Rear end is already in the car, but transmission's in, bell housing, motor. We also rigged up a new way to hold this radiator in there. So we got that all mounted up, ready to go. Power steering pumps on. Got the nose put back on it. Something I wanted to show you guys over here. For years now, we have been trying to lay underneath this car with jugs of gear oil every year and try to get it squirted in that little area right there to fill the rear end. But I have mounted a can and hose now, so all we got to do is right up here on top of the car, just take that cap. And man, sorry, my camera work is, I'm trying to get too close, I think. But anyway, a lot easier to fill the rear end now. So if we ever have to pull the rear end, a lot easier to get fluid in it. So like I said, you can hang out with us a little bit here. We got our 600 gear rebuilt. So we're going to take the yoke off this 583 and get it put on our 600 gear, and we'll be ready to stick that in the rear end. So. This is what's always fun because we permatex them on there.
Not bad.
All right. You want to pull that other gear back out from under the car. Take that one off. We'll get this, put some brake cleaner to this and get this done. So we used to run a long yoke on this gear in this car, but when we broke the drive shaft at I-77 last year and had to get a new one made, I got a little longer drive shaft made because I was always worried the slip yoke wasn't getting up in the transmission far enough. So we had a new drive shaft made by Fast Shaft, so we went and started using these shorter yokes on the gear. guys, welcome back to the channel. It's just me tonight. I'm going to work on a few small things here, things that I can do that I really don't need any help with. We put the gear in the car last night, the new fill can and hose for filling the gear oil in the rear end. We packed a couple wheel bearings, replaced a few wheel seals, and that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to do this right front, put new seals, check the bearings. If they're good, we'll repack those, put it back in, and possibly do the left rear. That's the two I got left on the street stock. Before I get started, I want to give a shout out to a couple new sponsors we got. Mike Martin's Auto Body. Come on board. Mike is a fellow racer and car owner. He's been racing for a lot of years, and I've got to race with him several times when I've went down to West Virginia, Tyler County, and I-77 Speedway, and we've become pretty good friends. And he's got on board as a sponsor for us this season. So I want to give a big shout out to him and a big thank you. Also, Spears Diesel Mechanic. They hopped on board just the other night. They're going to be one of our big sponsors this year, which is great. I really appreciate that. So, big shout out to Kevin and Jeannie Spears, who is my brother-in-law and sister, by the way. But he's opening up his own diesel mechanic business kind of on the side, working on some stuff, and he wanted us to try to help him get the word out for that. So big thank you to them. It's going to be really hard for me to videotape too much tonight, but first thing we're going to do is tear apart this right front here and see if we can replace the seals and check the bearings and get them packed. So we'll get back with you in a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. It's myself, Dakota, Ray. Again tonight, we got a little more stuff done and bolted on here. Fuel pumps on it, carburetor on it, headers on it. Had to take the transmission back out. We could not get the drain plug out of it, and I wanted to drain it and kind of clean it out before. I think I'm going to run a different type of fluid this year than we've ran in the past. But anyway, so we tried to fire this up a minute ago before we started the camera, and it fired up, but we weren't getting any pressure on this fuel regulator. So I tore it apart, cleaned it, going to put it back on, try to fire it up again, see if we're getting any fuel pressure. We had fuel all the way up to the carburetor because it come running out when I took this off. So that tells me the fuel pump's working. I'm just wondering if this regulator's bad. So we're going to fire it up here. If we can get some fuel pressure, we'll leave it running. And if not, we'll shut her back down until we can get this regulator working. So
We'll grab a fuel up and sit down there.
This E85 makes some fumes inside of here. Don't smell near as good as race gas. Alright.
Alright,
Go ahead. Well, she starts and runs, but I don't like to run it when I don't know what fuel pressure I have. And either this regulator's not working or the fuel pump is not working as well as it should be. So, all right, we'll be back with you in a minute and see what we're going to finish up. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. First off, I want to apologize for this video. I know the clips have been split up over several days and not real organized, but we have got a lot done. We just haven't been able to do a lot of recording. But so street stock's pretty much ready to go. So we are now going to move on to something else. I do want to say though, the March 26th race at Atomic has been canceled. It's supposed to be like a high of 40 degrees Saturday and a low of 27. They had the dirt car, big block modifieds coming in for that show as well, so they went ahead and canceled for this Saturday, March 26th. So now on to other things. We're actually on a road trip today to pick up some stuff, and here a little bit later in this clip we'll give you guys a hint to where we are headed. Anyway, so stick with us. We're cruising on down the highway here. Well, I'm cruising on down the highway. It's my day off. Everybody else is working, so I'm making this trip on my own. But like I said, we'll get back with you. We'll give you a little hint of where we're headed to and what's to come. All right, thanks, guys. All right, guys, we're cruising on down the highway here, headed to our destination. We'll be coming up on one of the clues to tell you guys where we're headed today. But I just want to thank everybody that's been following along on this channel. You know, I know we've asked for a lot of sponsors and stuff here lately. And one of the ways that you can help us and our race team is if you subscribe to this YouTube channel, click that bell for notifications when we release a new video, give us a thumbs up if you like what we're doing, and just share this around. So there's a clue right there we just passed. So there you go. So down in the comment section on this YouTube channel, if you think you know where we're headed today, let us know down in the comments. Like I said, let us know down in the comments if you think you know where we're headed today. We'll be letting you guys know on the next video where it was we were actually going. Like I said, help us grow this channel. Share it around anybody you know that may like racing, dirt track racing. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell if you want to be notified when we're releasing new videos. And give us a thumbs up if you like what we're doing. We're getting ready to start working on the new project. So thanks everybody for following along. And we will catch you on the next one.